Hi guys, it's Paula from PSEN Creations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is I wanted to just work on a journal with you. I had this popcorn box that I decided to cut in this orientation versus cutting it the way I normally would. And I thought, I thought that I would use it with one of the sewing patterns that come again in this orientation. So we've seen these sewing patterns before, I'm assuming. And this is a simplicity one. Year is 1969. So I've already cut the pattern up, the pouch, and I've already backed it and sewed it onto a file folder, a manila folder. And I usually do that just to give it stability, right? Because this is really old pouches, especially this one being from 69. Now, the pattern paper is right here for this particular sewing pattern. And then the instructions are right here. I believe that, yeah, 3656. I'm sorry, 8356. Wow. And anyways, I wanted to just jump on and work on this and chat a little bit and see how everybody's doing. And wondering, leave me in the comments, have you made a journal that is in this direction? So it's not the traditional direction. Well, I mean, let me rephrase that. Usually it's taller than wider, at least my journals, maybe not everybody's, but I've never made one in this orientation. So it's going to be a challenge for me once I get to like the pages, the papers, because I'm sure that I'm going to, or I know I will have to Frankenstein some pages just so that they're long enough, because I don't think that I have enough pages or books where it's that orientation. Anyhow, we'll figure it out. But I thought I'd come on here. Okay, so I also thought that I would use this fun fabric here. This to me is very, I guess, 60s. So what I did was I don't know if you can see in the pattern, these are like the blues and the browns. So I thought, there's no blue here, but I thought that this actually went really well. So this is going to be the pattern on the inside. So we're going to do fabric on the inside. And for the outside, I didn't want to do fabric because, oh, I just thought of something. I'm going to have to do something on the spine, but that's okay. I will do something on the spine. That's not a problem. But I didn't want to do fabric on the outside because it's going to be covered almost completely by this, right? By the front and the back. So let me see how this is going to work. Because I know that the back is shorter than the front. So yeah, I'm going to have to do something to cover here, but I think I was going to have to do that anyways, so I should be okay there. Yeah, I should be okay. If anything, I can put, anyways. Okay, let's just work on it. So here's my idea. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm going to put some masking tape to also help reinforce this. And like I said, it's going to be covered anyways, so should not be a problem. I feel like I lost everything. Where is my rotary cutter? There's a bit of a storm happening, and my dog just walked in. You can lay down. Lay down. You're good. Now, this is obviously not covering all the text, but it does give it a little bit more stability. I'm going to do the same on the inside. Actually, I'm pretty sure I've just done that. Just carried it all the way over. But I didn't. That's okay. Again, this is just to reinforce it just a little bit more. I'm thinking this one will have 2 signatures. I did keep the original siding, I guess, of the box. So, all right. All right, so we got a little bit of reinforcement there. What are you guys working on right now? Are you working on a journal? If you're working on a journal, do you have is it a themed journal? Are you just working on an eclectic journal? Okay. So here's my idea. I really need to find my rotary cutter. Hold on. This is not it, but I'm going to use this one because I have no idea where my other one went. Hopefully this blade is good enough. I keep saying that I have to clean out this craft room and I keep not doing it. All right, so here's my idea. I'm going to take the fabric. I'm going to leave a little bit, like half an inch around the whole thing so that I could, and of course it's not straight either. The box is not cut straight is what I mean. I'm going to leave half an inch so that I can fold it up like this, and then that should be enough to cover what I need it to cover once I have the templates, the cover on. Okay, hopefully I'm making sense here. All right, so I think I'm gonna just do this here. Okay, I'm gonna, oh, where's my ruler? I would literally lose my head if it was not on. I need something longer. Hold on. Found it. Okay. All right, we're gonna just cut this. Seriously, I cannot cut a straight line to save my life, even with the ruler and everything. It's okay. And then we're going to cut this side a little bit. Obviously, I don't need this big ruler anymore, but here I am trying to make it fit. That should be good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is put some fabric, fabric tack down. Excuse me. I don't want to put too much down because I don't want it to bleed through, but I am going to sew around, so. Does anybody else, oh my God, spread their stuff like this? No? Just me? Okay. Oh my God, do you guys remember what side was what? I guess it doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter? No. Doesn't matter? No, it doesn't matter, right? Wait, it doesn't matter? Oh, it doesn't matter because this is not directional, so we can just do that. Okay, we got this, guys. We got this. So I'm just trying to take out all the bubbles. All right, let's do a slit here and a slit here. That's going to go up like that. Again, remember, we're going to cover this with something. The spine, eventually. Okay, so here, let me think. I think what I wanted to do here is do this, and then I'm going to go in and cut. So remember, we're doing it backwards from how we normally would do it. I'm adding the fabric to the inside. And so what I want, I'm going to cut a slit here and a slit here. I'm also going to cut a slit right here. And we might put book corners on this. I don't know yet. If I completely bosh the corners, we'll put book corners. There's always a way to fix something, I think. Unless you really go beyond the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Wait. Let me think. Maybe I didn't want it that way. Give me a second. Yeah, I think I want it this way. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the corner. I'm going to cut off the corner. Okay. Okay. All right. This is anyway. So tomorrow, there is a big antique, like flea market in Gettysburg, PA, which is about an hour from where I live. So I was thinking if I can get myself up and head out. It starts at 8, so it's not a very long one. It's like an 8 to 2 o'clock only. I was thinking maybe I can hit it and see what goodies I can come up with. I don't need any more goodies. It's always great and fun to go see, right? At least I think it is. Okay, and then we're going to do this right here. I think that's good. We'll see what it looks like. If we need to do something different, we will. But I think we'll be okay. That's my hope, at least. And like I said, it will be sewed around, so. All right. I forgot this was the, this is the front. Okay, we have that. Now let's do this side. All right, so let's cut this. Okay. So we folded this first. And push it down. And now we're going to fold this side. Okay. All right, we got that down. This is pulling up a little bit. It's okay. And then we'll put this down. Okay. So once again, this is the outside and this is our inside. Oh, I love that. Now I'm thinking, should we put like, see, I don't like this right here. As soon as I start cutting though, I know I'm gonna make a mistake and do something I shouldn't be doing. So let me not mess with that. I have a wide ribbon. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. This is written thunder. Watch out. All right, I have this. I don't know if you can tell that it's a beige color, but I'm thinking, what do you guys think if we just spanned it across the entire thing? Wow, this looks very thin. This looks very thin. I love how that looks. So then it's a pocket, and then I can sew it. Yes, I can sew it before I glue on and sew on the cover, the sewing pouches. Okay. Okay. Is that enough? Is it? Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here. Right. Again, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue so that it actually holds it down, so it doesn't shift and move on me. It probably still will, but I can hope that it doesn't. Awesome. So then we have pockets right here. I could put some glue right here too. Where the fold is. All right, let me go sew this on. So I'm just going to sew right there, and then I'll bring it back. Okay, so we got a pocket sewn in. Pocket here, pocket here. Love it. Great job. Great idea. All right, so now we have our front. Yeah, see, this is going to be nice. Let me do this, though, because I want to make sure. Now, this is going to be covered with a little bit of fabric, so I'm not worried about this exposure here. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to glue it down. Okay. Yes, I like it. I probably should have done this before I glued it down. I didn't even think about it. I should have edged. What is this called that I'm doing now? Distressed. I just wanted it a little bit more distressed. It's okay. It's okay. Now we have the back. Now we know that the back is going to be a smidge smaller. It just always is. So one thing that I could do, no, I don't want to do that for this one. I think this is, hold on, let me put these off. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and glue it. Well, let's make sure that it's the right direction too. Okay. Anyhow, I always watch a bunch of, I shouldn't say that. I have specific YouTubers that I like watching. And it's not that other ones aren't great or, wonderful. I don't tend to watch the massively big ones that do journaling and stuff, or the ones that use a lot of, what is it called? Digitals. And that's just because I don't use digitals, but that doesn't mean, I do use, on occasion I have used digitals. I just don't tend to use them that much. I think that they're great and I will buy them. But I like watching crafters that craft without using digitals just because that's where I, kind of get my inspiration from. If that makes any sense. Okay, so we have a cover. Now, I know that this is, not done yet, but I'm not going to do anything until we sew in the signatures because then I will cover it and then I will, at the same time, hide the signatures that were sewn in. Now, I don't know. What size is this spine? This is a 2-inch spine. Oof, I guess I could do 3 signatures. I don't know if I can get that much paper together. I can. I just would have to do a little bit of work on it. So, but this is what we have. We have the front. And let me think. I guess if I do it that way, then I guess I can go and sew this on now. I'm going to let the glue dry a little bit because I don't want to gunk up my sewing machine. I've done that way too many times. So I'm going to let this dry. I didn't use a lot of glue, but I do want to let it dry. And then I will go and I will sew all the way around. Yeah, so I know this video was a little bit here and a little bit there, but I just wanted to do a little craft along with you and show you what project I'm working on right now. And just see if you've ever done a journal that was similar to this orientation here. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.